Alright, let's climb into the Jag while making some old man noises.
Oh, okay.
Forgot the key. Well, maybe I got ahead of myself. Hi, I'm Otakar, and today one of my dreams is coming true. At a track day, I'm going to be driving two different cars in one day, and they could not be more different. My cheapest Formula racing car with 100 horsepower and a Jaguar XE Supercharged with 340 horsepower. I grew up watching Top Gear, so the Supercharged Jag is clearly something I want to drive on the track. It is of course a brilliant piece of design because it's a Jag. It sounds like a wounded beast while you accelerate, the brakes are red, the suspension is electronic, the body is aluminum, it has great weight distribution, the seats they can get narrower, they can get wider so they always grip you perfectly, and this particular one is exactly as you get it from the dealer. It has the tires it came with, the brake pads that it came with, everything is completely stock. Well, minus the weight reduction that was recently done by some animal, and I also know nothing about crashing into a tree while backing up. Well, the Project 8 version of this car was even the fastest 4-door production car around the Nürburgring. This is of course not that version of the car, but it is still the supercharged version with 340 horsepower, so it should be pretty quick. It should be quick compared to my cheapest Formula car with a 20-year-old motorbike engine with barely 100 horsepower and a 160 km per hour top speed. The Formula doesn't have independent suspension, it doesn't even have a differential, it is essentially a big go-kart. It is extremely low tech, it cannot get more simple than this. So let's test the Formula and see if everything is okay. Okay, well that is not starting well. It just doesn't go. No, it seems that the engine is broken. This is full gas, guys. The car just doesn't go. I thought it would be an awesome day to compare the two cars, but it seems like the engine gave up after 3 years of track days. Well, okay. Well, that's the end of the video. Bye then. But wait, it's cheap, it's simple, so maybe we can fix it. And guess what? All it took was to burn my finger, attach a broken wire, and the Formula seems to be back to full power. Amazing. So let's climb in. Being a race car, there is no easy procedure. You cannot even put the seatbelt on yourself. It has to be done by a qualified professional. Since if you do it wrong, I might not be able to get out of the car by myself in case of a fire. So of course the best person to do this is my mom. Beautiful, I'm all strapped in, so let's put the steering wheel and start the car. The feeling of being strapped in and going through the parking lot is just insane. I'm sitting 5 centimeters from the ground, just going around watching the people doing their thing. Look at the car, it's so huge next to me. Now I just have to make the corner to get into the pit lane. Full lock to make the turn, and it's all good. Just wait for the cameras, look at the amazing cars parked in the pit lane, wait for the camera again, and we are on track. Let's do a lap. Alright, I'm on the straight, I'm pretty much at full speed, which is around 160, but it feels a lot faster. There was one gear change, I can look for the braking point, and braking, downshifting, to the corner, to the right, corner to the left, full gas. And guys, this is so much fun. Now this is a corner, but basically for me it's a straight, and I just keep shifting and enjoying the sound and the exhilaration of going this fast. Now braking in a corner, downshifting, and you know what? Driving this car, it's just so much fun. You can feel everything. Your butt is completely tight to the car, and when the tires are starting to slip, you can feel everything and react on it. Now I have to let a faster Formula car go, obviously, so I lost a little bit of time, but that doesn't really matter for our comparison today. And another gear changes corner is really fast, and again we go full gas. This is really beautiful. Now I'm gonna be arriving in another braking point and downshift into the corner, and again it's just beautiful. The brakes, they always feel the same, they never overheat on this car, and as I said, you can feel everything. Now we are going on the sort of straight, again it's turning, but like for me it's basically straight. On the right there is the parking lot where we stay, where I left from, and here we go. You see how late I can brake. Look how quickly I caught up with this car. Okay, well, this car is leaving, so there was there was not really catching up with the car. And there we go, the corner on the last straight, and we are going there. A few more upshifts, and here is the finish line. And this lap was 2 minutes and 1 second. I had to slow down to let the car pass right before the long straight 2 times, so it could have been a lot faster. The other day I did 1:58, but it could be even considerably faster than that. So what happens when you have more than triple the power and add all the sophisticated technology? Let's go for a lap in the Jag. And guess what? My wife decided to join me, so I can't be missing apexes and embarrassing myself. I got the key and it's time to wake up the beast. I put the transmission into the sport mode. That means that it will not upshift by itself. I can hit the limiter and the car won't upshift, which is amazing. I put the car into sport mode, everything turns red. I put the traction control into track mode, and as we are leaving the parking lot, I will make my seat tighter so I don't fly around too much. It's all a strange sensation to be leaving on a track with the air conditioning humming and the seat being super comfortable. Okay, let's go for a lap. Alright, beautiful, we are on the straight, ready to hit the finish line, boom, and the lap started. I'm going all the way, I'm gonna hit 200 and I have to brake. I have to brake much earlier, and as I'm braking I can feel the brakes overheating, the pedal is getting softer the longer I brake, but it is all fine. To turn to the left, turn to the right, and now I can go full gas again and enjoy the scream of the Jag. Alright, beautiful, the pedal shifters are great, I can just hit the pedal and the car shifts, and we are going very fast on this sort of straight. I surely end up with a higher speed with the Formula car, but I have to brake very early, and I'm gonna be much slower in this technical part because of course it has road tires, so over here I'm gonna be losing a lot of time. You saw the difference with the Formula car, it is absolutely huge. Now this is a pretty tight turn, so I can exit. Ah, beautiful, with a lot of gas. The car starts sliding in the rear a little bit, but of course the traction control holds it. And the traction control is good, and it sort of brings me to the main difference between a road car and an actual race car. The biggest difference is not that one car would be faster than another. That is not that important. The difference is not even that the Jag would be behaving badly or something like that. The handling, it handles great. It is fast. However, with all the electronic, super fancy suspension, with all the comfortable seat, and without the racing seatbelt really pushing you into the seat, you just can't feel so much about what's happening with the car. So when the rear steps out, I'm always surprised. I don't see it coming. With the Formula car, you can feel everything. You can feel that the tire is on the edge of a grip. You can feel that it's gonna start sliding. In the Jag, with all that fancy suspension and comfortable seats, you just can't feel it. So for me, that's the biggest difference. And here we go, we hit the finish line. And the lap was 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Wait, what? More than 10 seconds slower than a 100 horsepower Formula car? How is that even possible? I went much faster on every single straight. and I tried, guys. I was even going over the curbs. The car could go a little bit faster, I could brake later and a bit harder, but the way I braked, I already felt the brake pedal getting softer and softer by the end of each braking zone. I need this car to go buy milk and vegetables tomorrow, so I can't push it 100%. The Jag just got completely destroyed by a car powered by a 600cc engine. Having more than 3 times the power didn't really matter for the lap time so much. Of course, the Jag could be modified and it would become a whole lot faster, like this beautiful M3 that the guy next to us was using. It had the suspension done, it had the brakes done, the engine done, there was a roll cage, it was on slicks, it was absolutely beautiful. However, since it is absolutely beautiful and amazing on a track, a car like this, it had to come on a trailer. A completely stock car is going to be an epic fun on track, and if you want to try, just go for it. However, as I already started talking about, the biggest difference is going to be the feedback that you get. If you take a paper, put a finger over it and move it over something not completely smooth, like this tile, you will feel everything in the tip of your finger. If you take a sponge and drag it again, you will completely lose the feeling in the tip of your finger, and that sort of illustrates the biggest difference for me, the amount of feel. Forget the difference in lap time. But either way, it doesn't matter what you have. There were tons of amazing cars on this track day again, and you know, there were these rental supercars, there were cheaper cars, and there were also gorgeous full-blown race cars, and everyone had an amazing time. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it, and let me know what you would like to see in the next video in the comments.